Good afternoon. Today is the 17th of August and this is part 5 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 British Motor Show. Typically we've actually arrived at the first bit where the entrance says last because I wanted to get the classic cars done before we looked at the sort of really modern stuff. But this is actually the entrance, and see my Volkswagen ID Buzz there. Also got a nice Herbie replica here as well. That's very stunning, isn't it? The original Herbies, of course, were 64 Volkswagen sunroof sedans. This is obviously right-hand drive at 65, but it looks really nice. It's in superb condition. I think the main dealership group that's here representing many manufacturers is Marshall's, but BYD is here as well. If you want to see the BYD range, then obviously look at part 1 because that's when we filmed them. So yeah, 2023 BYD Atto 3, 2023 MG4. This is an MG press car actually. That is the trophy model in Volcano Orange. I actually drove one of these in September 2022. It was a very popular video. It was that colour as well. Genesis, I think this is probably a GV80, I think, this one. Genesis, despite the fact that it's just been an award-winning car, they just don't really seem to sell many of these. I have filmed a couple of these. So it's GV70, sorry. Should look at the plate, shouldn't I? They don't seem to sell many cars in this country. They all show they're really nice cars. If I had sort of money for like an Audi or a Mercedes, I'd much rather actually buy one of these. Especially the after sales package in this is absolutely amazing. But you know, for some reason people don't really want them. They just think of these as just a sort of Hyundai. And indeed, here is a Hyundai with the new front end. I think it's this the new Kona. Yeah, it is. This is a brand new Kona. It's 2023 plate Kona end line. I'm not sure I like the look of that, to be honest, but I'm not sure I like the previous one either. So we don't be focusing too much on the supercars. We've got a McLaren Artura here. Oh, this is the new Honda ENY1, I think it's called. Yeah, ENY1. It's sort of based on the HRV. Press plates, of course, on this one. It's actually got quite a nice kind of light-coloured interior, unlike so many cars that are really dark. We skipped over the ID Buzz earlier on, but we have got another one here, which again I think has got the Volkswagen press plates on it. Yes, it has. Those are massive, aren't they? Absolutely enormous. Also got this rather nice Lancia Delta HF Turbo. It's right-hand drive one. The Integrales never were right-hand drive. The HF Turbos were though. And look at that interior, so sort of 1980s, isn't it? So it'd be about 89, something like that, one of these. We won't be focusing too much on supercars. The main hall of where the new cars are is just over there. We'll go in that in a second. We won't spend too long looking at the new cars because this isn't really a thing that we do just walking around motor shows of new cars. You can go to a dealership and look at them if you want to. Porsche 959, that's very nice. And then Carrera GT, I think that was. These are really expensive, weren't they? Forget what that one was. Ooh, classic 911. Yeah, I forget what those were called, those Porsches there. This is why we're not going to look at supercars views, because that's the sort of information I'd be giving you. Like, I don't really know what that is. Oh, isn't that nice? Sort of thing. Oh, look at this. Now, this is very nice. This is a press car. It's a very early NSX. It's of 89 to 90. And this is on the press fleet that Honda have. Yeah, it's an 89. The wheels on this are not the originals. They've been changed for later ones, I presume because of the tyres. We can have a look in this one. Is it a manual? Yeah, no, it's an auto. In the very early NSXs like this one, the automatic had power steering and the manuals had unassisted steering. Then we've got a Honda S800, 1969 this one, so late one for S800. Don't sit in the car. Don't worry, won't touch, won't sit in the car. That's we won't do that. That's be a sort of bad idea, wouldn't it? But yeah, that's rather nice. Actually, we'll have a look at this new Honda. I think it's a ZR-V, this one. It's sort of between the HR-V and the CR-V, I think. This one is the, the 2-litre hybrid CVT, the advanced model, £43,500. My goodness me, it was a lot of money. It's very nice though. Yeah, that is rather nice. I like the Honda interiors at the moment. Even the Jazz has got a nice interior, to be honest. I have filmed one of those quite recently, a current generation one, and it will be turning up on the channel at some point. It's just I've got an enormous amount of Shambolic Shuffles to release before then. So yeah, this is the HR-V. I'd like to have a go at one of these actually at some point. Well, maybe I should ask Honda UK if I can get one of these, because I do like them. They're a bit cheaper than the ZR-Vs. Obviously they are a slightly smaller car. It seems pretty, large inside family use. The only thing I've heard about these is the boot's not particularly large, but it doesn't look too bad. Wonder what price this one is. We'll have a look on the spec sheet here. Yeah, £36,000, the advanced style. I think you can get a more, less expensive one as well. Honda E, of course, we've had one of these on the channel quite recently. It was 2020, but they're very similar to the current versions. This one is 2023 E Advanced, £38,000, which in today's electric car market does seem a little bit much in my opinion. Ooh, an Ioniq 5. So what's this one over here? Oh, yeah, this is the new Kona, isn't it? Yeah, we can see how much this is. Priced from £25,000. They've really changed the sort of trim levels, haven't they? Advanced, N-Line, N-Line S, and Ultimate. It doesn't say which one this is. Gosh, I almost tripped over the floor of these. How typical. I don't know. I don't know if I like those or not. Here is the Tucson. This is one of the country's best-selling cars, actually, this. It's regularly in the top 10. See how much one of these is. Look at all those buttons and things in there, and screens and things. Starts at £30,000. I'm not sure which model this is. There's the Ioniq 6. This is a really new car. This is just out. Wow. It's really going for the kind of high-end sort of luxury thing. I'm surprised they haven't badged this as a Genesis, really. Maybe there will be a Genesis model coming later. If I open this door up, you can actually see, and I like these seats. I think those are very nice, but there's no Hyundai badge on the steering wheel. This is the first edition, obviously, so one of the first probably imported over here. I think the UK launch of these has just happened, so yeah, I've never seen one of these before. And then we've got price from £47,000. I think really, viewers, the sort of thing that you prefer to sort of see would be something like this i10. This i10, they start at £15,000, which for a car in 2023 isn't a lot. This one probably isn't the sort of lower end. It's probably like a premium or something. It's on an N-Line. Let's take a look in here. Yeah, look, a normal handbrake, 5-speed manual, normal key, normal controls for the air conditioning. Loads of space in here as well. Tons of space. It's pretty good. I wonder if I can get one of these, viewers. I don't know. I have to see. What's this one at the front here? Is this the Ioniq 5? I think the Ioniq 5 is actually a very attractive car. I think this is a good looking car. And certainly if I was considering an electric car for sort of family use and things like that, this would be something that I would like. And also, look, light coloured interior. Something I'm very, very fond of, actually. Not all black and sort of gloomy inside, a nice light headliner. And yeah, I don't know what fabric this is or something. Reeded seats. Okay, how much is this Ioniq 5? Take a look. Starts at £43,000. Show model, don't know. Yeah, we'll go look at all the stands like this, viewers. I don't have a particular interest in some of them. I mean, you know, the Vauxhall one, we've had an Astra on the channel. We've had two current generation Corsas, petrol and Corsa electric, I think they're called now, rather than the Corsa E, because the Corsa E was a previous generation Corsa. The current one is a Corsa F, so it's very confusing. Vauxhall Mocha, Vauxhall Grandland. I think they've dropped the X now. Yeah. Kia. Driven a Sportage on my channel last year, so we won't necessarily concentrate on that one. Still not sure about the front end of these, to be honest. I'm not sure. The information screens aren't working, or they're not turned on. Does this work? No. EV6. Yeah, I've heard of these. I think it looks quite good in this colour. I'm not sure about other colours. And then this is the X Seed. It's funny, we don't have a seed on here apart from the X Seed. They're not really pushing the kind of standard seeds and the station wagon seeds or estate seeds at the moment. They are pushing the Nero. I thought this was going to be only electric when it came out, but you can get a plug-in hybrid version of that. I think a standard hybrid too. Right, BMW. I'm not really sure that most of you are that interested in the BMW stand, so we're going to skip that one. I just find them all a bit expensive, and they're just not really kind of cars that particularly I'm interested in. i7, my gosh, yeah. Ooh, what on earth is this? It's like a Mark II convertible or something. That's interesting, isn't it? Wow. So yeah, maybe we've got Jaguars in here because they're not doing the best at the moment, really. But there's an F-Type, which is £88,000. That'd be fun to drive, wouldn't it? And then we've got the F-Pace, and let's look at an I-Pace as well there. Again, they are quite expensive, and most people with these, they just go and buy a Land Rover, don't they, or a Range Rover. That's what we normally do. There's an I-Pace. This has got a light coloured interior. Yeah, this is sort of, if you're bringing back the lighter coloured interiors, I think is a very positive step, actually. How much is an I-Pace these days? £78,000. Wow. Okay, keep going. Remember, this is a channel, viewers, that we do no budget reviews on and things like that, so not really exactly what we can afford. Mini convertible electric. I have filmed some minis on the channel, and they don't really seem to do particularly well for some reason, so although I find them pretty interesting, we'll sort of skip on, really. Land Rover, not so much. Oh my god, £183,000. Maybe not. Ooh, got some sort of Cobra replicas and little Caterham type sports cars here. XCS, they're called XCS Designs. It's a bit like a Caterham type thing, but it's got a Honda engine in it. It's interesting. Some Audis. Yeah, I think the Audi that I'm going to be looking at whilst I'm here is most likely to be, sorry, it's the Quattro here. Yes, please. In left-hand drive, all Quattro. I wonder what year this is. Don't touch, of course. Let's have a look. This is 1985. Excellent. Interestingly, at the back of here, they've still got a TT. I didn't actually realise that the TTs were still on sale in this country. I didn't think that they were, but clearly they are. I mean, they won't be replaced, which is annoying, but I think that's a very good-looking car. Actually, I could drive a TT. I've heard they're quite good. Over on the SsangYong stand, we've actually got a Corando Emotion. These, because of the changes within SsangYong's ownership, haven't actually been really able to be released. But here we go. Here we are, £40,000. This must be the top of the range one. Gosh, it's got 309 mile range. They must have changed that lock. I don't remember that actually having that battery size. Actually, that's pretty good. I'll have to see over there if the SsangYong UK people will actually let me have a look in this, because it is locked at the moment. And then we've got Tivoli, of course. I own a Tivoli, and we've also driven a facelifted one like this. I think there's another facelift due for this one. I'll have to ask them actually if this is a facelift or not. It looks very similar to the one that came out in 2020. Being a Tivoli owner, I'm fascinated by this and new ones. Still lots of things that I remember from our 2019 Tivoli. The dashboard no longer has that cutout for the Mauser rifle from the 1965 spoof James Bond film Licensed to Kill with Tom Adams, but never mind. heating ventilation's a lot more straightforward in one of these. See, they've got like an insert for the boot. Yeah, they've got a proper insert now for the boot. It's an adjustable floor. I mean, I could do with a nice solid floor like this in mine, but it does mean that the floor's a bit lower. You can get a tow bar with one of these. This is the Ultimate, I think, Ultimate Auto, top of the range, £24,000, which actually these days is quite competitive. But in 2019, when ours was made, it's a manual, so it's a bit less. They were 19.5. The Auto was 20.5. So they've gone up a bit, but not too much. That looks very shiny though. Let me see if we can go back and have a look at the eMotion with a bit more detail. Skoda Karoq. This is the TSI 190 SEL Executive, 7 seats, £43,000. I thought the Karoq started from like 25 or something, but you know, this is the ultimate sort of luxury and everything. Is this? Sorry, it's a Kodiak. I do apologise, not a Karoq. I get confused with it. This is a Karoq. Gosh, the one I drove in 2020 wasn't as expensive. £40,000 for a Karoq. That is expensive, viewers. It's basically like a Tekka or something. I think the one I prefer personally is this one. It's a S110R Coupe from about 1976. That is superb. Sorry, it's a 77, this one. It cost just over £1,000 back in 77. Skoda Enyaq VRS. We've skipped that middle section there because that's just sort of used cars. And we've got Seat and Cupra on the same stand, although people keep telling me that they're not the same company. It looks to me like they are, but I'm not allowed to say that, am I? Seat Ibiza, that's more like it, about £23,000 for a little car like that. 6-speed manual, normal handbrake, excellent. And we've got a Leon. What specification is this Leon? It is an FR Sport, £33,000. What engine is that? Is it a 1.5? Yeah, it's 1.5. And then we've got Cupra Born. I have to say, it's all right. It's just not kind of my favourite. And Ineos Grenadier. Now, there is one of these outside, but since this is in here, it's a little bit easier for me just to show you this one. Sort of brand new. They just sort of come out, really. Built in Hamburg, of course, not built over here. BMW engines, I think, in these at the moment. I don't know much about them, to be honest, though. Ooh, look at this, a Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. Excellent. I'm not sure we'll look at too many more of the Nissans here. I don't particularly find them that interesting, really. Same with the sort of current Mercedes. I mean, this is the Mercedes Maybach. This is the GLS, this enormous new thing. How much is this? Some enormous amount of money that I can't afford. Ooh. Can't find the price of that. Maybe if you have to ask, you can't afford it. So Luma style for BMWs. Again, over there, sort of more sort of modern stuff. More on Mercedes. Right, we'll sort of cut for a second whilst I find something else to talk about. Alpines, yes. They sell under like 100 cars a month or something in this country. They don't sell many. But I'm surprised. I'm pleased to say that they still remain on sale. Let's have a look and see this one. This is the A110R. How much is this? £104,000. My gosh, no wonder they don't sell many. They seem as like a sort of Porsche Cayman rival, I suppose. Quite like it, but this one's sort of 86. So you start at about 73. Is that a competitive price of this sort of car now, viewers? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comment section below. And then we've got some older Porsche models here, particularly this one here. I think this is a 993 911. It's not an IOF Yellowbird. It looks a bit like a Yellowbird, but it's not. It's a Carrera RS. That's rather nice. Also, look at this. They've been to Bewley and actually brought this, the 1,000 horsepower Sunbeam. We've seen this at Bewley before, haven't we, viewers? 200 miles an hour. Wow.
Mission's complete.
Then we've got another one here. This is the 964 911. Nice to see stuff from the National Motor Museum actually here in amongst these kind of Brooksby cars, or track day cars and things like that. Aston Martin DBX, Bentley, Lamborghini Huracan, Technica. I'm not really sure we need to see any of this stuff really, viewers. It's sort of well beyond the reach of most of you probably watching this video. And there's other channels you can look at for sort of supercars and that kind of stuff. So we'll go on to the Morris JE, which I find quite interesting actually. It's sort of reinterpretation of the old Morris J-Type from the 1950s. You know, that one that supposedly the van that's over 200 years old or something, that's driven in the Dalek Invasion Earth 2150 AD film. But yeah, this looks like it's a bit different. And this is the electric drivetrain. I think they've experimented with a sort of combustion drivetrain for this, but have a look into here. Isn't that really good? I quite like the look of this actually. Don't know what switch gear is. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to open the door or not. Maybe I am. So if I get round to the side of here. Yeah, what? Those are for BMW, those sorts of things. Maybe. Then we can get round here. We'll go up this way, all the side door viewers, and we'll have a look at the very, very last bit that I want to show you, which I'm sure you'll be happy that it is the end. Right, so we're back outside now, viewers. It is a bit noisy out here like it was before, the drift demonstrations going on, and we can just go down here. Maybe we'll get a better look at one of these Grenadiers outside rather than inside. It was a bit sort of restrictive. How about this green one over here? Let's take a look at the interior, shall we? So very reminiscent of the older Land Rover Defender, but you know, no parts shared as far as I'm aware. Loads of headroom. Yeah, very practical. Even got some door pockets in the back. Much nicer door handles than operating on that Ioniq 5. Right, I'm still got a bag on me, but you should be able to climb in. Oh yeah, because it's very reminiscent of something like an old Defender in here. Big screen though, and separate controls operating. Whilst you know, you've got gloves on and things like that. Hazard in the middle, start stop over there. BMW switch gear, but that's expected because of BMW engine. It's normal handbrake. There's the selector for the four-wheel drive and things like that. What I can't see is a bonnet release. Maybe there was one on the left-hand side. I wonder if I am actually allowed to look at the engine. Again, like the old Defenders, the bonnet is actually only the centre section of the front of the car. Built on purpose. One thing it doesn't say on here is how much this car is. I imagine it's quite a lot of money. I think these on the side are for putting like accessories and things like that on. Oh yeah, there we go, pull twice. Right, we might need two hands to do this. I might be able to do it with one. Let's close that properly. I like the colour of this actually. Let's take a look. There we go, don't actually need two hands. Yeah, BMW engine. Whether this is a petrol one or the one that we can't talk about, viewers, I don't actually know. But gives away the sort of, I just put a handbag by a little French there. Ce véhicule étant équipé d'un système de traction intégrale permanent. Il est exempté du contrôle IAM sur dynamomètre de roue motrice. There we go, viewers, that's probably quite enough of my French there. Right, I think that's it from the British Motor Show 2023. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, let us know in the comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for more incorrect information.